There you go. Get off the hook. But you look at it right now, Majulis tried the bottom there off of 2. He had a good run. Now he has turn number 3, run the highline. He will exit turn number 4 will complete lap number 28 of this 40-lap main event.
Joel is on the bottom side and then going to go up top here. He still leads. Evan C, though, he's going to stay up top through 3 and 4. So does Majulis. He is closing the gap right now. It's about 0.3 seconds in between those two. And they are showing some good speed as there are about a 1 second gap between them and the third place car of Huey Quillen, who's still in third. But right now, Blake Majulis, Evan C, we talked about it during practice when we were off air. These two guys showed the speed they have, and look how close these two guys are to the edge. There's your mile per hour right now. They're evenly matched. They're about 109 each. And these two cars are still at it for the lead. Majulis on the bottom, the 33 of C up top.
Majulis into turn number 3, C trying to creep up on them as they cross the start-finish line. Into turn number 1, Majulis goes high this time. Out of turn number 2, Majulis, he cannot pull away from Evan C. Evan C is staying right with him. Out of turn number 4, we complete lap number 33.
Evan C is looking sharp up top as he keeps closing that gap a little by little on the 127 of Blake Majulis. Huey Quillen, he's losing some time back there, but again, it just shows how quick these front two are running. They're both evenly matched in speed, evenly matched in talent, but who is going to be known as the king of Lernerville here tonight? Right now, that 127, again, trying to ruin a clean sweep once more for the 33 as Blake Majulis looks sharp around the top corner once more.
Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. You see them in turn number 3. They're coming out turn number 4. They have some lap traffic ahead. This could play a factor on who wins tonight 40-lap main event.
Lap A main event. We're closing in on 5 to run. Lap traffic in the way. They both try to go to the bottom. Travis St. Clair around. Caution flag is out. And now here we go. It's time for a little mad dash to the finish. But look at this. 2 lap cars going to the bottom side. As you see, St. Clair knew the leaders were coming. Goes down low in the 10 machine. Just going to get some contact with the 13. That's going to write an end to Travis St. Clair's night.
6 laps before we crown a winner here. Can Evan C go back-to-back? Or can Blake Majulis be the second winner of this young series? Look at the trees a-blowing back there in the background, Alex.
It's a windy night in Sarver, Pennsylvania. It's a little bit of a cool night in Pennsylvania here tonight. There it is. Oh, it's not that cool. Never mind. It's 87 degrees. I wish it was 87 degrees. Man, oh, man. 87 degrees, 58 humidity. That sounds better than what we have now. It's like 44 degrees outside. Darn it, Steve, now you got me thinking about summer because it should be coming soon. But guess what? I'm still freezing.
You're still freezing, and we're fixing to get ready for some severe storms tomorrow night here in Arkansas. But here comes Blake Majulis bringing us back to the green flag. We're racing out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Good start for Blake Majulis. Look at that car bounce down the front straightaway.
Blake Majulis out in front. Evan C. Not so much of a good restart for him here as he has a lot to gain on the 127 if he wants to compete for the lead once more. And now he has to be careful because Huey Quillen, He is coming up behind him, but guess what? Look at those top 2 times. 15.8. Everyone else is in the 16-time bracket. They're showing that they are at the top of their game once more tonight. Evan C. a little quicker that time than Blake Majulis, and it might pay a factor here as Evan C. is showing that top side to work over Blake Majulis, who was on the bottom in 1 and 2. These two going at it, 3 to run.
You can see Damian Gafer there, and you got Tanner Tomasi. Look at David Cardwell. Haven't spoke much about him tonight. He's in 6th. There's Matthew Logan in 7th. You have Jacob Laster, Jason Salter, and Craig Stykes, your top 10.
Blake Majulis out in front still. Evan C. closing the time now as he keeps going a little bit quicker than that 127 machine, but catching him and passing him. 2 different things here. 2 to run. 127 Majulis. Evan C. They are right there, bumper to bumper. Who is going to take home the win here tonight? White flag in the air for the 127. He is going in to 1 and 2 for the final time through the back straightaway. The 127 D1RT 127 Industries. Blake Majulis. He is going to win here at Lernerville Speedway in the 5.6 Graphics Super Late Models. Evan C. in 2nd. Huey Quill in 3rd.
As you look a little further back, the drivers coming out turn number 4 crossing the start-finish line. What a race tonight you saw here at Lernerville. We took a couple of restarts, and we finally made it happen with the D1RT, the 127 Industries car number 127 of Blake Majulis. Take a look at your unofficial results here on the board. Blake Majulis, Evan C., Huey Quillen, Damian Keffer, and Tanner Tomasi, your top 5.
Finishing 6th, it's Davin Cardwell, Matthew Logan, 7th, Jacob Lassiter, Jason Salter, and Craig Stykes round out the top 10.
Tim Ripley, Brandon Freeberg, Justin Holt, and Brandon Barlow, and Jamie Crackhead round out your top 15.
Josh Tama, Travis St. Clair, Tyler Reed, Ethan Toder, and Mitch Stiles round out the top 20.
Finishing 21st is Terrell Payne. 22nd be Ryan Underwood. Skeggy Thrash at 23rd, and Eddie Farness rounding out your field. Now we're just waiting for your top 3 to come up here, and as soon as you do that, we'll have your post-race interviews with Alex with Blake Majulis. So we'll give him a few minutes, and we should be seeing him pretty soon. Maybe. All right. So they're in the driver waiting room. Go ahead and pull them up, Alex. You could have Blake Majulis
coming home with the win tonight, the 127. Blake Majulis, and no surprise, the one night I don't pick him, then he wants to pull a win out of it. But another instant classic and man-oh-man leading into a big week next week. You and Evan. Wow.
Yep, seems to be mostly talk. Just another good race. Wish we could have got a little more green flag in, but it is what it is, and a win's a win. And learn some stuff for sure. This is our first laps on this build at this track, so built from scratch and tried some stuff on setup. Ended up playing in our favor, and overall good run.
And now let's go back and just look at qualifying first. You guys come in, you, Evan, Ryan Underwood, and Tanner Tomasi putting down 14 second times in qualifying. That's the first time you've seen them so far in the new build with these late models. And then you guys come out during practice when the track is worn in, and you guys are still running 15 threes.
Yeah, I don't know. These cars seem to have a little more grip to them, so I think you can get away with running a little bit better laps, especially on your first lap. I think you can really run a burner, and after tires get a lap or two on them, they start to heat up and lose a little bit of speed. But yeah, definitely compared to last build, this build's much faster. A lot more grip in the cars. So.
And now I said to Steve, though, I quit. I said, if you guys are running, 15 threes on a slick track, I don't want to know what happens if the track is, mid-attacking still for a feature event. But talk about it here. Who is back in the pits that you got to thank for all the support and putting you in victory lane once more?
Yeah, of course, man. Thanks to you guys for the broadcast tonight. I really appreciate that. Number one, D1RT Racing, Represent Limited, ML Performance, Matt Logan, Reliable Energy Solutions, Jeff Swilly. He does a lot for my program and this series. So if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here tonight. So I can't thank him enough. Chris Ferguson, Motorsports, CD Cinematography, BK Designs, Design 75 for the sweet looking wrap, and 127 Industries.
That is your winner, Blake Majulis. And now Steve has caught up with our second place finisher, the 33 of Evan C.
Well, Evan, you led most of the race there. Finally, Blake Majulis was able to get around you. Was it because he found the bottom working in turns 1 and 2 a little bit quicker than you did?
Yeah, it kind of helped him get around that lap car on me, but we just got extremely tight in the lap before, and he was able to gain on us a ton, and 3 and 4, and I felt like if we could have had a couple more laps, could have got back to him there. I was just every time we'd get through 3 and 4, sometimes it would go good for us, sometimes we'd just get shoving tight. So definitely a little bit inconsistent on the setup, but overall it's still a pretty good race for us.
Definitely put on a great show there. A lot of cautions plagued the very beginning of the race. I mean, and then Mitch Stiles, was going a lap down. He was in between y'all, and then the caution comes out. And actually, when the caution came out there, you got off the track, didn't you? On the back straightaway, going to turn 3.
Yeah, we did that last night in a dirt car race also. I usually don't do that at this track, but this setup tonight was just, like I said, a little bit inconsistent. Sometimes it would just be loose and sometimes shoving tight. And but luckily, Yellow came out there and saved us. We was able to keep the lead, or at least stay up front and not lose too many spots. So definitely glad for that, and glad we could just get a solid finish tonight also.
Well, definitely a solid finish. Go ahead and thank the people making it all possible for you.
Yeah, just got to thank everybody at Team VLR, 127 Industries, Jeff Brown over at Iris Knife Flag, Dirty Grass Soul, Captain Morgan, Selena Truck Stop. They're going to be sponsoring us in the Spring Fling, so definitely got to thank them. And just everybody else that helps out. And thank y'all guys for doing the broadcast for us tonight, and One9 for putting on the show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Evan C.
Now coming home in third tonight, it's the 4, Huey Quillen. And man, talk about looking sharp tonight. You almost had a second place finish even as you competed with those guys up front. But talk about how this track developed through that feature event.
It got really slick and treacherous up top. I was just trying to hang on, not drive over, play it safe, not overdrive the car.
And now, man, oh man, we haven't got to talk to you much in the past, But this new tire build coming out, and man, you have looked sharp over the past week, and now coming into one of the bigger months coming up with these bigger super late model races. How is this new build affecting how you guys plan at your team and everyone else? How does it affect the planning to get ready for those races?
Just a lot of testing. It's definitely different. You have to drive the cars completely different. They've added in the restrictors and stuff like that, so you got to play with that a little bit. It's definitely changed the game up big time. It's took me a long time to figure out the way that the other cars drove and to get fast in them. And then as soon as I start figuring it out, they change the tires up. So it's definitely been a game changer.
And now we know you got a lot of great guys behind you, backing you. Who do you have to thank for all the great support you got for this podium finish?
I'd like to thank Damian Kiefer for the awesome setup that he built. It was really fast. It was good. I thank everybody at D12, Team Midwest Paint, Slicker Graphics.
That is your third place finisher, the 4 of Huey Quillen.
Well, what a great race we got to witness tonight, Alex. Yes, cautions plagued the future race, but we did have a good stint of green flag racing there towards the end. I mean, we didn't pick the winner, but maybe that was the curse. We didn't pick him, so he won.
I think it's one of those games. Brett Wheeler always says it. Brett always wins.
There you go.
When we don't pick him, Brett wins. When we pick him, Brett doesn't pick him, and Brett wins. So I'm so used to this by now.
Well, that's going to conclude our broadcast here, a production of UDTV, putting on the production of the One9 Motorsports Foundation, the 5.6 Graphics Super Late Model Series here tonight. Don't forget, we'll be off next Thursday night for VLR Spring Fling, but we'll be back with them in 2 weeks. And Alex, can't wait. Maybe we'll see a third different winner.
Wouldn't be surprising here. Third winner in 3 weeks. Huey Quillen, he looked really quick tonight. He might be one the 46 of Underwood. Another one, Tanner Tomasi and that Tomasi posse. He looked sharp in qualifying. A tougher break for him during this feature. Couldn't get in the top 3, but he's another one to keep your eye on. And man, oh man, this is just going to be an entertaining season here. And I can't wait.
Definitely can't wait for it either. Well, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, good night.